Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Scorpio, I did a mini meditation before I turned on the camera. I'm just going to read out everything that I wrote down, and then I'll hold it up so you can take a screen cap if you would like. So the first thing I saw was a bathrobe, an amaryllis red flower, amaryllis. I don't think I spelled it right, but I tried. A frozen lake. Specifically, Spirit showed me a video that I saw earlier today. I think it's like maybe Lake Michigan, or just like a frozen lake when the top is frozen, but then it cracks and then the water flows underneath it, and then all of the cracked ice kind of starts to wash up and run into itself, run into each other, and then it makes these crazy crackling sounds. Very specific, but I saw that. I saw a can of baked beans. I hate beans, so this is definitely for one of you. Rockfish. I saw an industrial building, like a manufacturing center, a factory of some sort. I don't know what this factory was making, if it was chemicals or textiles, I'm not sure, but it was industrial building. Murder mysteries. So you may like to listen to podcasts or read murder mysteries. A pineapple, Lucky Charms cereal, and palm trees. So Scorpio, take a screen cap of that. And please do let me know in the comments if any of these, you run across any of these things in your journeys. So I'm taking one card for your reading today from the Shaman's Dream Oracle, and doing your reading with the Light Seers Tarot. So cards have been pre-shuffled. Let's get to it. Scorpio, for Scorpio, please, Spirit. What messages do you have for Scorpio, please, Spirit? Thank you. Oh. Pisces got number 33. You got number 22, which is a master number. Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain. So I don't know why I waited so long to show it to you. I think I was really transfixed by what was going on here, because there's kind of like either butterfly or just regular fly, like really transparent kind of wings. So it's almost like it's like a fairy, but not. It's darker than that. And this spiky head, it's so strange because I saw a video, you know, we are always going down these paths of Instagram rabbit holes. And I don't know, something fed into my algorithm about feng shui. And this feng shui expert was saying, you never want to put anything spiky in your living space, because, or at least in the living room, because it would attract feelings of anxiety. And so when I saw this, I was immediately thinking of the object in that video that he showed, which was like basically like a basketball sculpture, and it had spikes coming out of it. And I could understand why a person wouldn't put that in their living room. But the fact that this is this figure's head, it's almost like Medusa in a way, kind of like stay away from me. It's like a stay away from me and even in like this kind of fetal position, kind of crouched inward. The Fool's embrace, though. The Fool in the tarot, this is an oracle card, but the Fool in the tarot talks about new beginnings and taking a chance, believing in spirit, that spirit will catch you if you take that chance. Transmutation, the idea of transmutation is turning one thing into another thing. So it kind of reminds me of the Temperance card in the Major Arcana, which is a transmutation of pain into power, or water into wine, base metals into gold. So we shall see what pain we need to transmute, Scorpio. 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier. Past, present, future, and advice from spirit. Okay. One extra card came out at the end. I'll show it to you. The Tower in reverse. So there could be an energy here. This Tower energy is Aries and Scorpio energies. It's not the main Scorpio energy, but it is one of them. Major Arcana number 16, and it represents something that was not built on a solid foundation. Could be a friendship, could be a relationship, could be a dynamic with a family member, a job, an opportunity that just didn't. It's like you tried the best you could, but Spirit is saying it's time for it to come to a close, but it's like a refusal. The card is in reverse. When the card is in reverse, it's like you're trying to hold everything together. And Spirit is saying, essentially, Spirit sends that lightning bolt to kind of cast everything down. So there could be a situation that you have been trying to prolong. And Spirit is saying enough is enough. And it's like shaking up the whole system in order to get you out of a place of stagnation. Because quite frankly, they don't want you to be in this position forever. You have wings, but you're not flying. In the past energy, 3 of Pentacles, clarified by the 10 of Wands. So in this card, we see these people kind of creating this beautiful tapestry. It's this idea that this is spirit, right? And it's this idea that we collaborate and co-create with spirit. We manifest, we do our best to work towards that manifestation as spirit works towards us. It's like we're sewing down here and spirit's sewing up here, and we're going to meet in the middle. But it's clarified by the 10 of Wands. You can see here there's this representation of this girl having come from this long, long journey with this beast of burden, carrying this heavy load. The 10 of Wands talks about burden, talks about having accumulated so much over a period of time, and it's time now to release it. When the card is in the upright, it's like we're taking all of this down now, off of the burden, so that we can travel light, which is essentially what the Fool does. The Fool energy travels very light, kind of leaves everything behind. So in your past energy, you could have been really working hard with spirit to let go of something that you've been holding on to for way too long. What is that, Spirit? What is that? Interesting. Ten of Pentacles. I think you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to I'm seeing this card differently. Usually the Ten of Pentacles talks about contentment and achieving everything that you could ever want. But I'm focusing on this area right here, which is a representation of the tree of life, like your life's blueprint. It's almost like somebody held that in front of you and said, follow the directions, connect the dots, instead of allowing you to do that for yourself. Could have to do with a family dynamic, but it's almost like if you've put a lot of pressure on yourself to, you know, I live in the United States, and so it's like what we call the American dream. The big house with the white picket fence and the 2.5 children and the dog. It's this ideal, and it's almost like Spirit is telling me that that ideal has actually been a burden to you, because that's not what your life looks like, nor is it what you've wanted it to look like. I mean, you could be somebody that is just a vagabond and travels the world by yourself, maybe with your dog, and yet you're perfectly happy with that, but it doesn't look like the story that you were told. Right? So it's almost like you're putting that down now. But in putting that down, you're asking Spirit, okay, but well, what is my path? If it's not this one, if it's not this ideal, what is my path? And you're asking yourself that. In the present energy, I feel as though Spirit is giving it to you. Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands in the upright. I mean, this is fantastic energy in the present moment. Ace of Cups is a brand new beginning from Spirit. Cups are Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, water energy. Talks about a sense of flow, an ease of abundance in your direction, having to do with love and the heart space. The Queen of Wands is fire energy and talks about a divine feminine who doesn't have to talk about gender, it just talks about energy, divine feminine energy. Very confident, very externally beautiful and internally beautiful, who has a sense of directionality, a goal, and moves towards that goal, makes bold steps towards achieving what they want to achieve. Whatever this is, it means a lot to you. So I'm very happy for you. I'm happy to see that. Like, that's prosperity. I feel, though, that there's like a weird, like, okay, you're like a hang up about it. I don't know. Page of Wands, clarifying that for the King of Swords in the reverse. King of Swords has shown up for all the water signs now, but you got him in reverse. It's almost like you want to have this beautiful, carefree energy, try new things, explore the world, taste the rainbow. I don't know where that came from. Taste the rainbow. Skittles, taste the rainbow. But the King of Swords in the reverse, just like throwing out not throwing out, but King of Swords can be cold, can be overly rational, has to justify everything. It's Gemini energy. Everything has to kind of make sense with the King of Swords. And here I see him in reverse. It's almost like saying, like, you're going after what it is that you feel passionate about that may not make sense to others. Maybe it doesn't even make sense to you, but it's just not stopping you. Because I see this beautiful Wands energy. It's not stopping you from anything. You're just really going for it. Why not? In the future, potential energy though, Four of Cups. Interesting. Because the Four of Cups talks about a sense of apathy. Ace of Swords in the reverse. This is epiphany that has not come to realization yet. This is your future energy. This just reeks of backpedaling. Like you were on such a roll here. You were just like moving and grooving. You were just really just feeling so great, passionate, and quieting this energy that might be like lectury. And then you start to second guess yourself. Because in this card, she sees the 3 cups on the ground. She doesn't realize that there's a 4th cup waiting for her here. It's this cup, by the by. Ace of Cups, represented in this card. Look at how ho-hum she looks. She looks so, like, almost bored. Or, like, resigned. You know, it's almost like, well, I should just be content with what's going on here, and maybe this was too much for me. Maybe I shouldn't, maybe it's too much. Maybe I shouldn't go after it. And rejecting almost some clarity that Spirit wants to bring into you, towards you about it. What is this epiphany? Can you clarify? What's the message from the Ace of Swords? Nine of Swords in reverse. It's like, stop overthinking it. This is like really just Spirit kind of saying, get out of your own head. Get out of this place where you're just worried about everything all the time. It's not doing anybody any good. Lift out of this energy. It's in reverse. What is, you know, I'm going to ask for one more before I say anything else. Look. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. It came out in the upright and then it fell out of my hand and onto the ground, and when I picked it up it was in the reverse. So that's how I take it. Like, this is a card of feeling left out in the cold and having to lift yourself out of it. These are both, these are like yucky energies. Very weighted, heavy. Look at the posturing. It's the same. Look at all this, like retreating. It's like retreating into oneself. This is not energy. This is, you want to move past energy like this, right? Transmuting pain. This creature is meant to fly. It has wings. And you're meant to experience this kind of abundance and joy and do things that really fuel your heart and make you happy. And if you sit here worrying about it, feeling guilty about it, overthinking it, you know what it does? And I'm going to be really harsh with you, Scorpio. It's like you throw the blessing back in Spirit's face. That was harsh, but I was compelled to say it. It's not just the blessing. It's like you're the blessing. Your life is a blessing. Even if there's hardship, and I'm sure there's hardship. There's hardship in everybody's life, right? You got transmuting pain as the overall energy. And yet, what are you doing to honor your divine spirit? That's hard. That's a hard, but you know what? You came here for a reading, and so I'm going to give you the reading because it's almost like snap out of it. Enjoy your life. Celebrate the small victories if that's all there is right now. If you just have a teeny tiny victory, then just put everything behind that and throw a party. I got a B+ on my test today. Yes, doing well, didn't fail. You know, I stopped by my favorite coffee shop and had a really lovely conversation with a stranger. Amazing. It's difficult to do. That's a difficult one, especially if you're an introvert. Whatever it is, celebrate it. This is advice from Spirit, the Lovers. Number 6, the major arcana is Gemini energy. There's 2 Gemini energies that showed up. But this Gemini energy is real hot and heavy, clearly. Can talk about divine partnership, but it can also talk about a choice point. If you think about it, having choices in this life is a luxury, right? There's some people in this world that have nothing and no choices, no options. If you are a person watching this video and you have options, that is a blessing. Which I'm not trying to insinuate that you are not grateful. I'm just reading the cards. And this is really beautiful. But it's clarified by the Emperor in the reverse. Number 4 in the major arcana, Aries energy. Emperor in reverse is angry, obsessive, and overly controlling because he feels like he's losing control. So this may be a case of you feel like you're losing out on someone or something. It feels almost a little possessive. Emperor runs an empire. So he or she is used to having things that are theirs, that they own. But we cannot own another person. We cannot own a situation. We can only take responsibility for ourselves. Look, see? Wow, damn. Ugh. This is sticky. Knight of Cups in reverse, Justice in reverse, 3 of Swords in reverse. Wow. I didn't think it... This is, you know, the transmuting pain that we talked about. This is where it's showing up at the end here. The 3 of Swords is heartbreak and heartache, and in the reverse it shows that you have not moved past it. The Justice card in reverse, Libra energy, number 11 in the major arcana, shows that there's still some karma that is at play here. The Knight of Cups in the reverse is somebody who is inauthentic. And I'm just going to say it like this. No, should I just say it out loud? Yeah, I'm going to say it out loud. Are you somebody that is presenting yourself as inauthentic at this time? Maybe it's not conscious. Take it as it resonates. If you're like, that's not me, that's somebody else. It's like, okay, take it as it resonates. This is what I'm being told to say. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm like, no, you got to say it. You got to channel the message. There's something karmic that's playing out right now for you, right? Sometimes we don't know what it is because it's like came from our past life. Don't add to the karma is what Spirit is saying. Don't add to the burden of karma, right? We're trying to let that go. Don't add to the karmic load. How do you prevent adding to the karmic load? Whatever this heartbreak is, you forgive the other person and you forgive yourself and you move on. Don't sit in this energy. You continue to sit in this energy, you're going to get more of it. This is an advice from Spirit. This is a really intensely difficult message from Spirit, but they're trying to give you a heads up right now. This is why you came to this reading, because you want a heads up, right? Don't look at the past pain and stew in that feeling. Celebrate the little victories. That's how you start to transmute things. Because you're changing your vibration one little itty bitty inch at a time. Right? Look, this just popped out. This also came out for Pisces. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior who lives to fight another day. That's what they call this card. You are tenacious. You don't let things stop you easily. And Spirit is saying, remember who you are. You can get past all of this. Remember who you are. Look, stand tall, stand proud. One other card, okay. This one kind of slid out of the deck and it was face down. I wasn't going to take it, but I looked at it and I was like, nope, Spirit wants me to take it. The Hermit energy. Number 9 in the Major Arcana. Talks about dark night of the soul, spiritual awakening. I just heard spiritual bypassing. Do not... Thank you, Spirit. That's it. Do not try to explain everything away like, oh, I guess this is what Spirit wants for me. That's a little bit of pity party. That even that voice that came out was like, ugh. And you know what? Because now Spirit is showing something that I said to myself earlier, which was absolutely little pity party. And I'm a little resentful in this moment because Spirit's showing it to me because they're showing me the mirror, right? I said something really self-deprecating to myself in my head. And of course, Spirit would know because it's in my head. That was really negative, and Spirit is showing that to me to say to you, it's like, don't get caught in that energy. There is so much hard work to be done, but it's completely worth it. This is the transmutation right here. Take some time to be on your own, to be comfortable in your own company, to love who you are in your own company. Scorpio, that's a tough one. I'm sending a lot of love. That's a tough one, but I just felt like the older sister in me just had to like give it to you. Remember, this is a temporary state of being. You wake up tomorrow, I pull the cards tomorrow, it's a different reading because you're a different person based on all the decisions that you make right now in this very moment. You can wash all of this away. It's within your power to do so. If this resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Scorpio.